here we are back with this 2020 Chevy 6500. The truck itself, pretty good truck, runs well, hauls well. It's a good truck. The tires that come on it, not very good for anything but going down the highway. But anyways, what I got going on here, the reason to pay attention if you're gonna in the market to buy one of these trucks so it doesn't cost you a bunch of money like me. This truck is 1 year old. It's a 2020. I bought it leftover in 21. It's got about 28,000 miles on it. I put them all on it. Bought it brand new, around $90,000. So the biggest thing with these trucks are, I bought it out of state because it was cheaper, and the local guy here didn't want to sell a truck to me. He was always busy delivering them, so I can never get him to sell me one. So I found a little bit cheaper one down in West Virginia. You can see now we're loaded. It's a bit forward, that's fine. I'm gonna shovel some to the back though to see if I can get it out. The truck won't dump. We've had it happen a couple times. The system's too small. The PTO, I got a legit PTO for this truck because they're more durable, they're more expensive. The other option is the electric pump. It's very slow. It would alleviate my problem with tailgating, but it's very slow. I have a new fix for it. Truck guy Joe from Erie, PA sells these trucks. He commented on a previous video and told me the solution to this is a clutch pump. It's belt driven on the engine, and whenever you flip the switch, that clutch engages. I don't know why. It's international chassis and Chevy created. It's an Allison transmission the PTO plugs into, but the way it works is absolutely asinine for a dump truck. Would work fine on a tilt bed tow truck that stopped on the side of the road. It does not work for a dump truck. So the reservoir is behind the frame, in between the two frame rails back there. It's too small. It's only about a 2 gallon, if that, reservoir. For the cylinder holds, I don't even know, it's a giant cylinder. It holds way more than the reservoir. That's why if you look right here and see how like it looks super coated. I did get the truck undercoated this winter with fluid film, but that is hydraulic fluid. It vents out the cap on top all the time. We're losing fluid. We probably over service it. But right now, the last couple days, I had to put not that one, but I have a white one just like it that's for sale. They're both for sale. I had to put the truck back in service. Cost me $600 to renew the registration because this one left us stuck on a job twice. One day we got it out. I'm gonna try shoveling that stone to the back because it does struggle a little bit if you got it heavy up front, but I gotta get this stone out of here. I'll just put it in my driveway. I got a low spot here anyways. But I'll show you I'm getting a new system. It's on order, $6,600 for the clutch pump. It's going to a local upfitter to get that put on. So if you're asking about warranty and everything, Chevy only warranties the cab and chassis. They do not warranty the bed, the hydraulic system, the PTO. So if you're gonna buy a truck far away, no, your bed and hydraulic system and all those accessories, they might have a warranty on them. You'll have to take it back to where you bought it from to their upfitter. Chevy doesn't. This truck was brand new and I had to get them to reprogram the transmission for this mobile mode for this hydraulic PTO. Chevy charged me $100 and they couldn't even load it. I thought buying a new truck would alleviate my problems, and here I am. It's just frustrating. I do think once I get this new clutch pump hydraulic PTO system installed, it will fix the problem and we'll be good to go. that is the solution. If you're looking for one of these trucks, a dump truck, get it from the start. Don't, here's who sold me the truck. West Virginia. I mean, they answer the phone when I call, but they're not very helpful right now. And this system's a year old. I take it off, I have no use for it. The current upfitter that's putting the new clutch pump on, they said they'd give me a couple $100 for this PTO and system. Yeah, it's used, but they're like $2,500, so I'm not doing that. But the people, we'll see what happens. I'll let you know. The upfitter that sold this system to me down in Mid-State, nice guy there, but seems to know his stuff. I don't know why they'd put a system so small on here. The reservoir is way too small. That's another thing. With the new system, it's going to have a large reservoir hanging on the frame right here that you could probably service when the bed's down. So right now the bed's stuck down. It might need fluid. You have to crawl underneath and use one of those hand pumps to put fluid up in the top of the reservoir. It's located in a crap location. So anyways, I want to show you real quick how this PTO works. Let me show you how this PTO works. Okay, to engage the PTO, oh look at, yeah, this is my nice seat covers. They're like Carhartt seat covers, $300. Guys don't care about your stuff, I understand. It's a dirty job, but still, grease and oil and everything, filthy. And just throw your empty drink on the floor of a brand new truck. You got a screen, you know, you got navigation, you get this nice truck to operate. Why don't you trash it? I'll never understand why people don't take care of things. Anyways, this is how you turn the PTO on. I gotta get the steering wheel straight. Alright, so there's two methods. Mobile mode, you have to be moving in low gear to engage the PTO. So that's real nice. You have to actually be moving. So when I'm dumping gravel, what I want to be doing is going through all the functions to engage the PTO. What a dumb system. So you have to set the parking brake. This is the only way it'll work. And to get the bed up to start, set the parking brake. I like this. The PTO switch is right here. It's one of the, I forget what they call these switches, but it's one of the accessory switches. Has a circle on the frame. So you hit that, it starts flashing right there on the dash. Then on the cruise control, you have to hit the X to stop cruise control. When you hit that, I might have been too slow. Hit the X. No? And then you hit minus. And there the PTO just came on. That is what you have to do to turn the PTO on. Is that not ridiculous? Use the cruise control, hit two buttons, parking brake, hit the switch. It's ridiculous. My other dump trucks, you flip a switch, you got the PTO on. What the heck? What's wrong, Chevy? Not surprised. I mean, I'm not a Chevy guy. It's a nice truck, don't get me wrong, but my God. And then the nice thing, you can RPM up with the plus sign on the cruise control. Hit the plus sign, you can run your PTO clear up. Uh-oh. I don't think that's gonna help us though. Yeah. I'm hitting the switch up, down. Nothing. To turn it off, look, so you can turn the PTO off. I'm going to take the RPMs down with the minus cruise control. I mean, that feature's nice, I guess, but not all the rest of it. If you turn your parking brake off, kills the PTO. So now I want to tailgate, start driving. Now you lose your PTO, and it's a power up, power down cylinder. It almost smells like, I don't know, the pump's burning. Who knows? Power up, power down system. So whenever if you turn the PTO off and hit the down switch, it comes down too fast, blows fluid out the reservoir. It's just a crap system. Just letting you know. Venting, but also if you're in the market for one of these, don't be like me. I didn't even think I had to. I figured it was a normal PTO. I didn't know I had to like research the PTO and make sure it works correctly. I just figured you flip the switch and the PTO comes on like every other dump truck. So I'm gonna shovel this gravel to the back. If this still won't lift, I'm gonna go get my blue tractor. I'm gonna put a strap under the bed and lift with my tractor while using the PTO to try to get this gravel out. Chevy really dropped the ball with this, and this system's crap. You shouldn't have to do this to get the gravel out of your dump truck, Chevy. So I dug some of it out the back and opened the gate. Maybe we have enough that we can empty it. I might have to shovel that from the front to the back. Day 2, trying to get the gravel out of this 6500 that doesn't have a good hydraulic system on it. This isn't going to work too well because I don't have the lift capability, height. I got hours into this already, dumping what should take less than a minute to dump. Thanks, Chevy. But you give a guy a brand new truck that is in the wrong place at the wrong time in a tornado, but you don't stand behind the product that you actually sell to people. I'm not saying don't buy one of these trucks, because they are nice trucks and they do run good. The PTO hydraulic system from the upfitter was a problem, but somebody decided that that would be good to put this on lots of trucks. They put this PTO setup on dump trucks. It shouldn't be on dump trucks. If you want the slow, cheaper route, put the electric pump on there, but your bed raise is so slow. If you want that more reliable hydraulic, do a clutch pump on the engine, which I'll show you. I'm getting one here very soon, because this is ridiculous. So I got to service the hydraulics now and run the bed, he said, up and down like 10 times to get all the air out of the system, because I think I got air in the cylinder. But just ridiculous.